How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. We are talking about a company that Ark Invest just bought about $140 million worth in one day. They've never bought it before, and it's in the real estate sector. So this is something that I find very interesting. I love looking at this website and seeing exactly what Ark is buying in real time. So actually a day behind, I guess. But this is from Thursday, and it's a company that I had never heard of that is kind of changing the game in China. So this company had about $400 billion worth of transactions in 2019. It is growing a lot and has a tech component. So I'm going to be talking to you towards the end about why exactly Ark is investing in this company and what they possibly see in it. But before we get into it, if you guys don't mind hitting the like button, I really appreciate that. This is a company that's pretty hard to find and to find a lot of good information on because it is in China. It is a little bit smaller. So if you guys don't mind, I like that like button. I really appreciate it. Also, if you haven't already joined the channel, you should definitely do that. We're on the road to 25,000 subscribers. So if you had to do something nice today, definitely hit that subscribe button. And if you want four free stocks, free money from WeBull, you can check out the link down below to get those stocks. Just deposit $100. It helps out the channel. It helps out you too, so that you get some free money. And if you want to see exactly what I'm buying and selling, you can check out my Patreon down below. So Lucid Tracking is the website that I use. A lot of people ask me this. It's called Lucid Tracking. I have the premium version here to see exactly what they're buying and how much and when and all that. We have this company, BEKE, that they bought $137 million worth of in one day. It beat everything else that they bought. And after looking at this, they really hadn't held this company before. So they had bought $88 million in their Ark fund, which is about 0.75% of the fund, about 1.5 million shares. They bought $40 million in Ark W, and then about $8.5 million in Ark F. Now, if you look this company up, if you go up to the top and just click on their website, you get this. So unless you read Mandarin or Chinese or whatever this is, you're going to have a hard time distinguishing what's happening here. I couldn't catch what this actually was. Now, looking at the stock price, you can see it's about $62. It is $71 billion worth in market cap over the last 6 months. It started up kind of recently, actually. Just this year, it looks like. It came on the market at $1.15. You never know exactly when these open up, what happens, but it went up 3,100% in a day, and then since then it's moved up a little bit. So it's moved up about 66%. So I guess a little bit more than a little bit. But looking at the company, BEKE is the number one real estate transaction service platform in China. So this is really the only article I could find on it. If you want to take a look at it, this is the article name here. But they are kind of interesting. So they have transaction volume in 2019 of 2.1 trillion RMB, which converted over to US dollars is about $320 billion. Billion with a B. So that is a very large amount. They have about 20% of the total addressable market over in China, which is a huge number. I mean, we're talking about they have about $2 trillion worth of transactions there. They are expecting a compound annual growth rate of about 6.6% until 2024. You can see the growth rate here on the chart. Now, they are expecting a higher urbanization rate, which would cause more people to go into cities to buy higher price of living areas. This is something that has happened in the past, and it looks like that it will probably continue. Their fast growth, they say, has been driven by ongoing urbanization in China. This urbanization rate reaches 60.6% in 2019 and is expected to increase to about 70% by 2030. Now, they point out that BEKE is very different from Zillow. So Zillow has their iBuying business. Zillow offers, which is asset heavy. Their main business, Zillow, is to sell leads to agents. Now, BEKE operates in an online-offline integrated model, and its main profit driver is commission free. So by that, if you don't know what that is, it's essentially that they take their website. So imagine Zillow, if they then had a network of agents, it sounds like. So they have a network of agents, and then they get part of the commission from the agents. They also point out that they may be able to generate significant advertising revenue from home furnishings or mortgages once BEKE reaches scale. They also say that they have a very low commission rate right now. So they say that they have declined from about 2.5% in 2017 to 1.6% in 2020. Now, they think the reason for that is that a lot of these small brokerage agents who usually charge lower commissions have joined this platform. So they are selling at a much lower amount than what we have here in the US. When you consider that usually if you're considering buying a home, it's about 6% split between the seller and the buyer, at least in my area. So they say that this could be a big driver of growth in the future and could cause them to really increase their prices here. You can see that in America, the agent commission rate is about 5.5%, and in China, it's about 2%. So as they continue to grow, this might increase and they might be able to charge a little bit more. They also state that they have 159,000 VR property showings by agents per day in the 3 months ended June 30. So this, I think, is why Ark Invest is investing in them. I think that they have scale, but then they're also techie. They're in the tech space, and that they are showing 160,000 properties. Now, the thing is, with very densely populated areas, it's hard to get around. So if someone can sit in their home and they can get a VR of some property that they want to buy, it can cause transactions to go a lot faster. People want to buy a lot faster. So I think that that is really good for the company because it speeds up the time of the transaction. Now, they do have their final points down here too. They say that there's some regulatory risk with China, but they believe BEKE, their customer-centric culture, creates a strong moat for the company. Its online, offline integrated model builds unbreakable value creation in their flywheel. Their commission rate is low, and it's still low compared to that of developed countries, which creates some upside opportunity. Now, they do say that there could be a housing market correction and some regulatory risks, but you can see that Ark Invest is not too worried about that at this point because they bought a huge amount of this company in one day. Now, let me know your thoughts on this company. Let me know if this is something that you'd be interested in. I've not really made my decision whether I think this is a good company to buy in or a bad company. Of course, Ark Invest is way smarter than I am. They do way more research. They know other cultures. They know other business models. I have not wrapped my head around this completely, but I'd be interested in hearing what you think about it. Again, if you want those 4 free stocks from WeBull, you can definitely check that out. Also, if you want to see a video on ChargePoint, which is a company that I've been buying a lot of recently, you can check out this video here. I just made it yesterday, and they are a company that's growing like crazy. Thank you guys, and I'll see you in this video.